Hey, what's going on, you guys? You can't really see the chair in the background.
Yeah,
Right.
Let me see.
There's all kind of crap back
Just
there.
noticing.
Well, like I said, you didn't come in here until
really
a couple minutes before, so it's all right.
See it.
Yeah, we're just like blocking it. We're just blocking it. See, light looks all right, right?
Yeah, looks about. I don't know. We look a little washed out. I think. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Well,
I
don't know.
Let me look here. No, it's all right.
Yeah.
A lot of shadows.
Well, I don't know. I can't see it on your shit, so I don't really know.
It's okay.
I don't really know what's going on.
I'd probably darken it just a little bit. All right.
Well, it's probably that pink one right in front of my face that's doing it.
Probably what it is. Okay.
I don't know. That looks even more shadowy, but it will. Oh well. So what's up, everybody? It's Friday.
Yep.
Jeff here it says, "Happy Friday! Waiting at the pizzeria for my pie to be done. Next time I'm doing delivery."
Yeah, we're getting ready to go to the club in a bit.
Yeah, we're gonna do mannequins again. I think. For some reason I was thinking that it was Memento this Friday, but then I guess they didn't do it this Friday because the Absolution Fest is going on in Tampa.
Yeah, it's like a big goth music festival.
Yeah, it's like 3 days.
Yeah.
Which I would get them for free, but I can't really afford the gas.
Yeah, the hotels
and the
shit.
drinks and shit like that. I think a Starry Night's playing tonight, though.
Oh, are they? Shit.
I think they're... I can't remember if they're playing... I thought they were playing Friday. I did all the posters, but it was a bunch of bands, so I couldn't remember what day.
Everybody's still piling in.
Yeah, everybody piling.
Good.
Zach says...
Zach, Sam.
As goths isn't waged out the idea. What does that mean?
I don't know.
I think some of those words are the wrong words.
Yeah. Must have been spell check.
Well, yeah, we'll figure it out in a minute. But yeah, I don't know how many people are going to be going to that. But, because Tampa is kind of a long drive from here. Kind of a long drive. Well, if not from here, from Orlando, it's about an hour and a half. And I think a lot of people go like every year. Because it's cool. I mean, we've been the last... When did they start doing it? They started doing it probably like 4 or 5 years ago.
I don't know.
Yeah. Why is my fucking phone ringing?
I don't know. It's just been ringing fucking constantly. Every time I come in here, they're calling you.
And it's always
robocalls.
And it's always like spam risk.
Yeah.
Or telemarketer.
Yeah. Can you turn the ringer off?
Yeah, and it's like that's the thing. I thought I turned it off, but it somehow just... I don't know if the phone restarted and it turned it back on. I don't fucking know what that phone's doing. It's been dropped, so it does all kind of crazy shit. Let's see. Zach says, so the podcast I submitted my screenplay to that does dramatic reads dropped their episode for it the other day, and it's so damn funny. Why did they drop it? Yeah, I remember submitting a story to one of those things before, but I don't know if they ever put it on, if they ever read it or anything like that. But yeah. So yeah, we're all kind of ready to go out this evening. Should be fun. Hopefully we don't spend as much money as we did last time. We got a little carried away.
What's that, last time?
Last time it made a
Yeah, we spent like $130.
I was like, whoops.
Yeah, we were drinking the shit out of the place.
Yeah, we were. And we had drank before we went, too.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like, I'm surprised I even remembered anything.
Yeah. It's all right. We made it back.
It was a fun night, though. It was a fun night.
It's not like I was totally inebriated or anything.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what I mean. We weren't. And it's like, and it's over several hours, and it's like, you know, we were dancing.
They were a long time.
I always drink like a bunch of water, like in between, so it wasn't too bad. And then we always eat when we get home. Sandwiches from Circle K.
Yep. That's what we do on every Friday, is that we usher in the weekend, and sometimes we'll be going out for the weekend. Sometimes we're staying in, and just kind of catch up with our subscribers and our fans, online fans here. Tonight we're gonna be going out, and White Girl Whisperer is gonna be there.
Oh, is he? Oh,
White
okay.
Girl,
I want to meet the White Girl
Yeah, my boy Lloyd. Yeah, he's gonna be
He
there.
couldn't come last week.
Right, he's gonna be there. He said he's gonna stop in.
Okay, we'll see. A lot of times people say that and then they never.
They never do, but he said he would.
But we'll see.
He's in that area, or he said he was.
Should be kind of fun. I mean, it's usually more fun like when the normies leave.
Yeah.
So if you get there early, like they're kind of. It wasn't too bad last week, like normie wise.
Yeah.
But there were some kind of annoying people.
There was some normie action.
Yeah.
Yeah, the jocks were out there.
Yeah.
Acting a fucking fool.
Well, that's just
not knowing how to fucking dance. They had their girls with them. It's a shame because, man, they look good. You know what I mean? The dudes are fucking big and strong. They look pretty good. They got fucking good-looking women with them, but they just don't know how to fucking act in a club. And they're just watching the fucking videos as they're playing, and they're like, what kind of music is this? They're dancing to it, but all wrong. You know what I mean? And they're fucking taking pictures of themselves dancing with the music, with the... Like, look where we are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like fucking tourist-ass shit. You know what I mean? It just...
Yeah.
There's been very few of them that know how to handle themselves in a fucking subculture club.
Yeah.
Very few.
Well, like I said, I think they get like insecure, so they go the opposite direction to be like, look at me, look at me.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm so fucking cool.
Yeah, it's like we're in a fucking... It's like we're at an amusement park. Look at this. Look at all these weird people. It is kind of like that. I'm fitting in. No, you're not. You're driving everybody else off the dance floor because you don't. And then
because you're flailing around.
Yeah, yeah. And then like, or they're just standing there.
Or they're just standing there.
Fucking. That's one thing about the fucking Paul, the DJ. He's a friend of ours. He started to go, no douchebags on the dance floor. No douchebags. And they all laugh, and he doesn't realize that they're talking about that.
And I'm like, they're talking about you.
It's talking about you.
Guys.
You're a douchebag. Give a fuck.
They're like, oh, what are dudes? Like, yeah.
And then,
you guys are
he came, one of the things he came in and said last time I was there is you cannot stand on the dance floor.
He says no parking.
The dance floor, no parking.
They need a big sign that says that, although they wouldn't read it.
The dance floor is for dancing. If you want to stand around, go out back on the patio.
Yeah.
And a lot of them left.
Yeah.
But they have to be reminded, oh, yeah, I guess I just can't stand in the middle of the dance floor and watch people dance. Fucking retards, man. Fucking retards. Drink in their hand, just watch. You know, like 3 or 4 dudes just standing there staring at some fucking chick.
Yeah, what the fuck, man? It's,
like we're in the middle of Pakistan and they've never seen a girl dance. Fuck is this shit, man? But you're a Pashtun tribesman now in Afghanistan? You're appalled that a woman's dancing? Fuck out of here.
I mean, in this day and age, when you can see pretty much anything you can see on the internet.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand, like, why they act like... Like, they act like these, like, open-mouthed rubes.
I don't know, man.
It just fell off the fucking turnip truck.
The club is on a fucking little downtown street, downtown Sanford. It's on a little street that has... like Mexican restaurants. It's got throwbacks.
It's like a soul food restaurant.
It's got...
Isn't there like another bar across the street?
Yep. There's another bar. It's just a fucking basic bitch bar. And then it's got throwbacks, which is... I like throwbacks. Throwbacks is a fucking retro 80s fucking themed arcade that has a bar in it. And fucking pool tables.
He goes there on bike night sometimes.
And all the video games are free. They got all the classics.
Oh, see, I didn't even know that.
No, the games are free.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, shit, I'm gonna have to
go play
one day.
And it's the 1-up games. It's not the originals. It's the 1-up reproductions.
Still,
but they're still good. And like the Street Fighter game, the Capcom game's got like 8 games on it, and it's got Puzzle Fighter. I like Puzzle Fighter, which is
I had forgotten all about that. Until you brought
Puzzle
it up.
Fighter. That's like that's like Street Fighter meets Tetris, but it's just a different version. You know, it's pretty cool. I like it. They got all the Star Wars games, the old classic Star Wars games, and then man, they have a bunch of them. They probably have about 15 games, but each console's got multiple games on it.
I mean, video games and a bar, you can't really go wrong with that.
Yeah,
that's a great fucking concept.
Mm-hmm. It's where bike night used to be centered around, but they kicked us out. Cops kicked us out.
Damn cops.
Yeah, too many people.
Yeah, they were getting, and that's the thing too. They've kind of cracked down there for whatever reason, and it's just kind of like now you can't. You used to be able to park. There was this massive dirt lot next to mannequins. It was like literally right there, and they used to let you park in there, and now you're not allowed to park in there anymore.
Yeah.
So now you have to like parallel park on the street, which kind of sucks.
Too many people. With bike night, there was too many people. We were taking up all the parking.
Yeah.
And they weren't buying anything. They weren't buying many drinks from
because they just kind of hang out outside. Yeah.
And then they're taking up all the parking for all the restaurants. They got pissed.
I mean, I can kind of see that, like if you're taking up all the parking, but still. I mean, they still do it down there. They just moved it. I don't know where they moved it, but you
moved it into a parking lot outside that place that has all the fucking sandwiches. Salvatore's sandwich.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, I know where that is. I know where that is.
It didn't stop anything. It just moved us out of that area.
Yeah, I mean, cause they could just put you somewhere that is closed.
You can still go to throwbacks.
Yeah,
just you can't go down there in a giant fucking horde.
Right.
You know.
And park all over the shit. So everybody's like, well, I would like to park here too. Yeah. I remember when we went down there last Halloween, and it was fucking, man, we couldn't find a parking space to save our fucking lives. It was fucking packed down there.
Yeah.
It took us so long to find a parking space that we were almost just gonna go home because we're like, fuck it, there's no place to park. But finally we found one. Like somebody left. But
I remember that. I was getting frustrated.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't even park in the residential areas.
No.
You couldn't park.
Yeah, everything around there was just like.
It's not like you could park
packed.
in this
There
neighborhood
was
and just walk.
Bajillion people.
Yeah, you'd have to walk a mile to get in there.
And Mannequins was so crowded that it's like you couldn't dance. You couldn't. It took forever to get a drink. I mean, it was still fun, but it was just there was fucking people everywhere. I don't know how many people were in that place that night. Zach said, "Still, y'all should dress as normies for Halloween one year."
We wouldn't stick out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. No, it's like our friend Shauna did that one year.
Yeah, but she did it differently.
But she kind of did it. It wasn't really a normie, but she kind of did a...
No, it's a 1970s black chick.
Yeah.
An old 1970s black chick with the curlers in her hair, gray hair, and fucking like tacky fucking bell bottoms. They were like rayon. They were like some shit you got from the fucking...
It was so funny.
Yeah. Yeah, and
but it would probably only be funny if you knew her.
Yeah, fucking,
like what she normally looked
nobody
like.
knew what she... If you didn't know what she normally looked like, it wouldn't
stand out as much.
Yeah, I felt somebody was standing behind me in a club. This is we were at what was the name of that place? It was
that was at Ibar.
Ibar, yeah.
We were at Ibar.
I felt somebody standing behind me. Turned around, and there's this fucking old black chick standing there looking at me, crazy. You know, whoa, that's like...
Yeah, we didn't recognize her for a second. What the fuck?
Didn't recognize her, man. Yeah,
it was a good costume though.
Yeah, it was
really
good.
It looked really good.
Yeah.
Zach says, I think I Googled mannequins once and couldn't believe a whole ass club can fit inside such a small building.
It's a bit, no, you're only seeing one entrance.
Yeah, it's not as small as it looks. It's not as far
as you think, yeah.
Because it's actually... Well, wait a minute. What else is in that building? It's two storefronts.
That were combined, yeah.
Yeah, because it used to be two, like when it first opened, it was just like one of them, and then there was some other shit next door. But then he bought the store next door because it was closing.
And it's pretty deep.
Knocked a wall out. Yeah, it's real deep. And it has like a big patio in the back. Like he did a covered patio, kind of. And, he kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like put down flooring and shit like that.
Yeah, tiled it and shit.
Like tiled it and stuff. So the back, and they have a DJ out there sometimes too. So there wasn't one last time, but they just kind of
they kind of stopped
a robo
DJ back there because it was getting too loud and they were complaining.
Yeah, because it's not far from a residential neighborhood. I mean, it's zoned for that, and there's other bars and stuff, but they're technically, I thought the bars in Sanford closed early. Like I thought they were supposed to close by like midnight, but Mannequins doesn't. Mannequins stays up until 2:30, as far as I know. Because I think we've stayed till closing a couple of times. Usually we leave before then, though.
Yeah.
Zach says, if you guys ever come to Indiana, I'm taking y'all to Greg's. It's the biggest gay bar downtown, and it's a damn trip. I would totally love that.
I can't really foresee myself going to Indiana.
Well, in case.
There's not much there.
You never know.
Yeah.
We might just end up there somehow. I don't think I've never been to Indiana.
Yeah.
Not that I can remember. But yeah, I'm trying to think of like some other shit that we could talk about. Oh, this is kind of exciting. So this is how my day started. So Tom cut my hair this morning because I had to shave it and stuff like that. And then we had bought some new nipple jewelry.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That's a good story.
So he's gonna change the nipple because I can't really do it because I can't see. It's like a bad angle.
Yeah, they're hot. Yeah.
Yeah. So he bought these. Yeah, they're really cool. They're just like obviously I can't show them obviously, but it's just kind of like it's kind of like a ring and it has kind of these beads on it.
It's a bar.
Yeah.
It has 2 beads.
Yeah.
And then hanging from the bar underneath the nipple is like a crescent moon shaped piece of metal that's all scalloped.
Yeah.
And it holds a pearl.
Yeah.
So it's just like a big fucking, it's just a big, and they're kind of heavy. just a kind of heavy piercing. They're fucking hot. You see them a lot in, fucking a lot of what do you call them?
Adult entertainers.
Yeah, a lot of adult entertainment girls you see wearing them every now and then. If they got big boobs, they'll have them.
But yeah,
it's just a different kind of bar. It looks like a ring, kinda, but it's not.
It's got a bar but with like a ring on the bottom, like
it's got a
half
moon ring on the bottom.
Yeah. So he changed the first one out.
Yeah.
And I'm just like standing there, and he's changed them out like lots of times.
They're hard to change out.
They are hard to change out because it's like it's not a huge hole, and it's just kind of like you can't. The ball at the end of the bar, like you have to screw on, is like really small, and it's like
and the ball has got a hole in it.
Dropping it,
and you got to hold it straight, and you're trying to spit it. You can't. It's tiny. And my vision isn't very good anymore.
Yeah, so it's
you can't find the hole in the ball.
Right.
And you can't hold it straight. It's hard. And then you got to tighten it, and you got to do it without hurting her.
Yeah.
Because there's not a lot of clearance, and sometimes you have to use pliers. I was using needle nose pliers to
hold the ball.
So you got these needle nose pliers right next to the tip.
I know, and I'm just like,
this round thing.
I don't even want to look at this.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he took out the first one and he was putting it in, putting the new one in. And I'm standing there and it hurt kind of, but not a lot. But then I was just, all of a sudden I was like, oh, I don't feel too good. I said, I think I'm going to black out.
Yeah, I'm going, why? Yeah.
Well, it hurt, but not any more than usual. Yeah. But just for whatever reason, I was just kind of like, oh shit, I think I'm gonna black out. So I sat down like on the toilet. And I'm like, oh man, I don't feel too good. I think I'm gonna pass out. And he's like, it shouldn't hurt. It shouldn't. I was like, well, it kind of does though. And then I was like, I need to lay down. I need to lay down. So he's like, okay. So he takes my hand and we took her to like walk to the bedroom. And the next thing I knew, there was like this huge crash.
Yeah.
And I thought I was waking up in bed still, and I was gonna ask you what was that noise, and then it was me like passing out.
Yeah, she passed out while she was walking.
Yeah,
fucking crumpled out on the ground. She got right back up though.
Yeah, well, I woke up. I was like, "What the fuck just happened?" Because I was just about to ask you what that noise was.
I was looking,
and then I realized, oh, that was me hitting the floor.
It was
That's
totally,
what that noise was.
She fainted. It's totally psychological.
It's so weird.
Because when I stuck that bar through, it went through the hole perfectly. Wasn't any problem. It was just you had some kind of flashback.
Well, this one kind of hurts a little bit more. I don't know if we did some kind of like nerve damage or something like that when we were piercing it, but it doesn't. It's not like super painful, but this one is like more sore than the other one. And the weird thing about it is that after that happened, like all the rest of today, like now I have this weird pain. Like it's really painful, like right underneath here, like by my rib cage, and like all up into my shoulder and stuff. So I'm wondering if like there's some kind of nerve,
right.
Like if we pinched a nerve or something.
Probably pinched a nerve. It'll probably go away.
I hope so.
Yeah, it should go away.
But I haven't passed out for a long time. I used to pass out all the time because I was because I have really really low blood pressure, and always have done. So. Seriously, all I have to do is like I'll be sitting on the floor and I'll get up too fast and I'll be like, oh, you know what I mean? So it'll be kind of like that. But I hadn't actually passed out for a long. I think the last time I thought I was going to pass out was when you pierced them in the first place, and I didn't actually pass out then. I almost did, but I was kind of able to fight back to it. But this one, it was weird because I thought I was okay. Like we were because you had my hand and I was like, oh, I still felt crappy, but I was like, I think I can make it to the bedroom, and then all of a sudden I woke up and I'm like, what the fuck happened?
What time did mannequins open? 9:30?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah, we don't Mandy Nicole said, you can do nerve damage. My man passed out too while changing his nipple jewelry back in the day.
Weird.
Next time have a little bit of sugar before changing them. Yeah, maybe that's what it was, because I don't think I'd eaten breakfast or anything like that when you changed them out.
Could have been.
So I hadn't eaten anything. I didn't either.
And the other one was no problem.
Yeah. Well, the other one, I was like, I think I'm going to go lay down on the floor, like when you do it. So just
I had her laying down sideways in the sun.
Like in the sunlight from the window.
To open the shades.
And he's like doing it like that. It's just, Like I said, they look really good, but they're kind of a pain in the ass to change. And I can't change them.
Do they pull at all?
They're okay. I just had to be like really, really careful. Right. I have to be really careful.
Right.
Especially if I'm like when I'm putting things on or taking things off, because you have to watch like stuff will catch.
Yeah.
And then the ring will pull.
Yeah.
You don't have as much of a problem with the bar, but this one has a ring, so I have to be like super careful about it. Because every now and then, like, I'll whack it with a towel or something, like when I'm getting out of the shower. I'm just like, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's kind of a yucky feeling. Zach says about Indiana, the state motto was originally the crossroads of America, and the local joke is you have to drive through it to get somewhere better. Yeah. And then he also says Tom just sounds like he's talking about penetration. He usually is. I mean,
what are you talking about?
When you were talking about putting the nipple in, I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, Greenspark said mine kept getting caught on my bra and pulling. I was too nervous to change it out myself, so I took them out. I would have passed out too. Okay, at least I don't feel too bad. And I guess that's a thing.
I guess it's psychologically unnerving.
Well, it is unnerving. It's a very, very sensitive area.
Okay. When you're doing it, it just slips in.
Yeah, I know, but it's it's a really sensitive area. So like when somebody is fucking around like right there and you're not really sure what's gonna happen.
What's happening? So the stress.
It's like even if it doesn't hurt all that much, it's just kind of like, oh, this could go really wrong. Yeah, Mandy said it's a blood pressure drop. Yeah, I've worked at a tattoo piercing shop for years, and usually people only pass out if they don't eat before.
Okay.
Also, the complete heal time is 1 year.
All right, that's
said you'll be okay.
Yeah, and going through that nipple material, I didn't expect it to be that tough. That shit's fucking tough, man.
I still can't believe we did that shit. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like thinking back on it, I'm like, oh.
Had I known it was going to be that tough,
we're crazy.
Had I known it was going to be like that, I wouldn't have done it. I don't think I'd have done it.
Yeah.
But got it done. It's a good job.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
It's just
that was kind of psychologically fucking stressful for me doing it.
Me also.
And I made one mistake where I could have just pushed that bar out with the new needle and then put the second bar in instead of fucking doing the whole thing over again.
Right.
You're just using one bar to push the other bar out because I accidentally used too small of a needle the first time. I could have just pushed that out with a larger needle, put a larger needle behind it, and swelled the hole up some. That it worked just
because I kind of freaked out when we before we did it because when I saw the size of the needle that was going in.
Yeah, it's big.
And then I was just kind of like, oh,
yeah,
I don't know if I want to do
this. I was going, whoa.
Yeah.
I gave, during certain fucking anabolic fucking therapy cycles, I'll give myself an injection every day or every other day, depending on what the hell I'm doing. And so I got real used to sticking needles in myself.
And me, because he gives me injections all the time.
I never really. The thing is, though, is the material in legs and in arms and shit like that is easy to go through, especially with these little gauge needles. These bigger needles going through tougher fucking materials is rough. Yeah. It's not like doing a belly button piercing or an ear piercing where you're just going through fat. That's nothing.
Yeah.
This is going through a fucking real tough material. Stretchy. And it pops and crunches. I didn't fucking know that it would have that feeling. It's popping and crunching, and she's going, ah! And I'm going, oh, shit. So like, now I got to go through it. I got to do it. And then when one's done, you go like, she was like, I don't know if I want to do the other one. She took a long break.
Yeah, I waited like an hour or two, and then I was kind of dreading going back. Every
time we see somebody in the skin industry, fucking the only girl only has one of them, we both go, we know what
happened there. Yeah. I'm like, I don't blame you.
Yeah,
I wasn't gonna go back and get the second one either. It was awful. Like I had to wait like an hour or 2 hours or something like that, and then I was like, oh.
Yeah, I had her ass laying down.
Oh, it was so bad. But it was kind of like I said, it was kind of like a rite of passage kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm glad I did it. I would not do it again, though.
Once they were done, she loved them. She's like, oh, they look great.
Yeah, they do look really cool. Yeah. It's just... Dak says, cool earrings, by the way, Jenny. Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't get to wear these too much, because usually I have a wig on, so I've covered my ears up. Well, hey, Gramthars. He says, my Prince Albert piercing gets caught on my zipper all the time.
Man, you don't have a Prince Albert.
Don't see too many Prince Alberts. You do see in porn, a lot of the girls do have nipple piercings, and a lot of them have like labia piercings too. I see a couple clip piercings also.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want to do that.
Nah, just get a belly button piercing.
Yeah, I probably would.
One that goes through.
I don't think the
bar
ones
with a little charm that holds.
Yeah, I don't think the one in the labia would be that painful. I mean, nothing could be as painful as the nipple one. I can't see.
Jenny is fucking killing it in the gym. Fucking killing it.
I'm killing it.
She's fucking. like getting all animalistic and fucking trying hard and getting into it. It's addictive once you start it. And if you're enhanced, what you're taking, fucking effort feels good. It starts to, it's not the same as if you were just natural, especially at our ages. So yeah, and it kind of fucking unleashes the beast, man. But she's changed a shit ton, a lot of the video that we sell on OnlyVids,
Many vids.
I look at it and I go like, man, she doesn't even look like that anymore.
No, I've lost
You lost fucking 30 pounds probably at least.
Yeah, I probably lost 30 pounds since
yeah,
then. And the body configuration has changed a lot.
Yeah, the way she's fucking shaped is totally different.
It's super weird.
Yeah, and
how quickly it happens.
yeah, it happens fast.
Like, I can't get over, like, I'll wake up, I'm like, oh my god, look how flat my stomach is.
Yeah.
I never used to have that.
Took a month.
Yeah. Because I always had the little pooch belly.
Yeah, and she's got 2 more months on this cycle.
Yeah.
So it's going to change a lot. Skin's having a hard time keeping up with it.
Yeah, that's the only concern, but
yeah.
Hopefully it'll.
There's certain
snap back.
areas it looks fucking like papery. You know what I'm talking about? Because there's not much support there. You're just fucking shrinking down. But we'll fill you back up with muscle, and under the influence of this stuff, your skin will be more elastic because collagen production is one of the things that happens. You know when you know how you get kind of fucking that weird sweaty kind of clammy feeling on that shit. There's collagen in productions happening.
Mine's not as bad as yours, but I do have that.
Yeah, well you're not on anywhere near what I'm on.
You kind of for a while. You smelled like Elmer's glue, which, like I said, it's not a bad smell. It's just kind of weird. Like, you can smell Elmer's glue, probably. Yeah. Now, you smell like a match head.
Burnt matches.
Like phosphorus.
Yeah.
Which, actually, I like that smell, so it doesn't really bother me. It's better than the glue, that's for sure.
Yeah. Smell like glue.
And then the bed would smell like glue. I'd like smell his side of the bed and I'd be like, ooh, it smells like Elmer's over here.
Yeah, if you remember when you were a kid, you take Elmer's glue and you put it in your hand, you'd roll it like, and then make all that stuff. That's what it smells like.
And then let it dry and then peel it off.
Yeah, that's what it smells like.
Yeah, I think every kid did that.
Yeah. And I don't know what it is. It's just a lot of things change when you're on cycle. It's just fucking everything smells fucking strong.
Yeah.
Bad. Yeah. Piss out nuclear waste looking bright yellow, that kind of
shit,
stuff.
You didn't tell me
brown,
that.
yeah.
Oh, that's nasty.
And fucking
I have not had that.
Yeah, and it smells like fucking burnt coffee. Shit like that. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
You're not on a lot of it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not even really on a lot of it.
Yeah, I haven't noticed anything like that.
No, but
I have noticed like more. I don't smell weird. I just have to put deodorant on a bunch of times when I didn't have to before.
It's all synthetic testosterone variants, basically. It's basically testosterone, just tricked.
So I kind of smell like a sweaty teenage boy. Not quite. No, well, not as bad as that, I don't think. But I never used to. Smell
girls
like
make it too.
Yeah.
No, you're nowhere near as bad as a boy.
No.
I
don't think I smell that bad.
Yeah.
But still, like, it's bad for me.
Yeah. She got another comment the other day asking her if she was post or pre-op.
That's
another way. We're like,
I was sitting there going, I thought of a funny answer, and then I was like, nah, I'm just gonna let it hang there, like ignored.
What the? And I'm like, I listened to her voice
because they just want attention, and I'm just like, I don't really want to get.
I listened to her voice; it is rougher than it was.
Yeah,
but that's just still a woman's voice. These fucking. I let her. Did you ever hear Bakar's? You hear Bakar's voice?
Yeah.
Hers is fucking rougher than yours.
Yeah.
And she is obviously a fucking attractive chick.
Right.
In her 30s, muscular and shit. And she's not fucking. She doesn't look like a bodybuilder. She's just like wellness, and that's what she's in. And they still got dudes fucking going like, she looks like a man. And then you look at her next to her boyfriend. No, not at all. Fucking,
I mean, did they all?
Because her fucking boyfriend is fucking huge,
Did they all send them from like the little Reddit incel forums over there to like go police everyone's sexuality?
No,
and actually, cry about it.
No, a lot of those guys actually like fitness girls. Like if you talk about like those red pill guys, they like those fitness girls because they're gym rats too. A lot of those guys. So no, they don't. That doesn't bother them. I think who's writing that kind of shit and I've tracked down, like on Instagram, some of these dudes that say crazy shit about fitness girls that I'll follow. They'll say some fucking... Now, they get piled on those Instagram girls' fucking accounts because that's their fans. You know what I mean? And a lot of those guys are gym rats. So some guy will say something like, she looked like a man. And then, like, if you see who that is, it's one of two fucking type of guys. It's a young guy from fucking Pakistan or India, and he's like a fucking $110. That's what he weighs. All right. Skinny. And from his point of view, yeah, that probably is like a man. She could whip your ass, right? Fucking, she's 145 pounds is probably fucking all muscle, 150 pounds pure muscle. She'd whip that skinny dude's ass. The other main type is kind of like the dudes off the new male memes. I don't know if you know what that is. Dude with a fucking goofy ass fucking grin, fat, living in his mom's basement.
Well, that's kind of who I picture.
Yeah, that's not the incel guys. Although some incels, those dudes are incels. That's not the incel seed.
That's who I talk about.
No, it's a fat ball of estrogen with scruffy beard and okay. Basically, remember Chad?
Yeah.
Imagine like Chad, but like a lot worse.
Yeah.
Like that.
Well, yeah, that's who I picture.
Yeah. But Chad wasn't. He wasn't extreme. He was just bad. They got him even worse than that.
Yeah, I know. I've seen them.
Where they lack so much character. They lack so much. Okay. All right. Who's a little dude? Not Juan.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, that dude, the fucking the actually guy.
I'm not gonna say his name because he might like
who I'm
appear.
talking about. They got guys like that that are just
like Candyman.
Yeah, they got guys that are like that.
God, that dude's insufferable.
Yeah, just insufferable. They're fat, scruffy, fucking bad facial hair, bad clothes. They hang out in fucking like microbrewery type bars, and basically goofy smiles, goofy face, and don't take anything seriously. Everything is like some kind of a joke. You know those guys?
Yeah.
Because they don't really have any experience. So, like a big child. They're kind of like children.
Yeah.
It's those guys.
Yeah.
And yeah. Compared to you, yeah, you would be a man compared to that dude.
I'm all right with that.
Yeah, you'd be, yeah. Exactly. Fucking little bitty small testicles, fucking...
Y'all just mad.
Look like they didn't go through puberty properly.
Y'all just mad because I got a sexier voice than you, and I know more about horror movies than you do, so suck it. No, I'm just saying. But yeah.
She gets more chicks than you, too.
That is also the case. So. I'm not lying. Because that's really funny. No, I was gonna. No, like I said, because that comment, I saw that and I just kind of rolled my eyes and I was just like, I'm just not gonna answer it. But then I thought of like a really funny answer. I said, I should probably just put something like, because they said, are they? What did they say? So are you post-op or pre-op or something like that?
Yeah.
I said, well, I mean, if you're referring to the surgery that I recently got to remove my remaining patients for stupid comments like that, then I guess I'm fucking post-op, aren't I?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, people like that just want attention, and I just think it's better. I know that there's like other schools of thought. People are like, oh, you should clap back and stuff like that, but it's just like, I don't care enough.
It'll just feed it.
And then they'll just, like I said, they want attention, and I take great delight in not giving it to them. You know?
I just think it's funny.
Like I said, I don't really care enough.
Yeah, dude's calling them tofu men. Yeah, like tofu men. Tofu men.
Ew, tofu.
They're like, if you ever... There's like a meme which says new male, Numale, and they're just dudes with big fucking soy face smiles, this big fucking gigantic goofy fucking smile. Remember those things? Fucking Mini-Me used to do that fucking smile and take a picture of himself like that.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous. Well, I think that's out of style now, but they probably still got dudes that do that.
Probably.
Yeah. Mini-me was one of those. It's just that he wasn't overweight. He was skinny.
Yeah, he was really skinny.
He was just really skinny. Skinny and decided to get some style.
That he copied from you.
That he copied from me and fucked up. Fucked it up, too.
He like bought all of your same outfits.
Whatever I had, he'd buy it, and then he'd fucking buy that same outfit in a color I would never own, like neon orange and shit.
Oh, that's right, I forgot about that.
And then he would claim. Then he would claim to be that he was a fucking. He was being original. You being original. That's
it was the same coat. It was
same coat. I got that same coat, dude. Fucking in black.
Just a different color.
Yeah.
You had a black one and a red one, and I think you had a white one.
I had a white one too.
You had a white one too.
Yeah.
But yeah, he bought a
I had a black
safe,
one, a
like
white one, and a damn
cone.
brick. It was brick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a blood red.
Like a blood red. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going back. There's like a whole bunch of comments I missed.
Yeah.
Mandy said, talking about piercings, tongues are always gross.
Yeah.
Probably the grossest, like piercing a tough steak.
Yeah.
I can imagine. That's another one that I don't think I would do.
Yeah. Probably hurt like crazy.
It probably hurts a lot, I would imagine. Greenspark says, you're a badass. I waited like 4 months, I guess, in between the two nipples.
I did the same day.
I just wanted to get it over with.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I can't have just one because I'm a Libra and I like everything balanced. I don't believe in astrology, but I'm just saying I like shit. You know, I can't just have one. It's lopsided. So I was like, I gotta buck up and get this other one.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tammy said that she said, it sounds gross. Also, the tongue piercing. Should I sat with my daughter as she got hers done?
Yeah.
Yeah, yikes. Oracle says, your face shape looks more honed, Jenny. Thank you.
Yeah, it does.
Another thing we've been doing, too, other than losing weight, is we got these, what do they call them?
Jaw exercise.
They're like jaw exerciser things. They're like these little kind of like hard rubber pebble things.
Yeah, kind of like a juicy fruit.
Yeah, and
like
you
a
just
juji fruit. You put it in your mouth, you chew.
And you chew it like really hard.
Yeah, they got soft, medium, hard.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't. When you're on gear, you get real fast muscle response to muscles that haven't been worked out hard. If you work out that same muscle over and over again and you don't increase the weight, it'll just maintain. It won't really get bigger. Well, one of the muscles, or a couple of muscles that modern people don't use much, is the fucking jaw muscle, because your food is soft as fuck. You guys, we eat basically fucking baby food.
We're not tearing raw meat off of like
and chewing raw meat and all that kind of shit, you know. Which is what teeth are for. That's what jaw muscles are for. So you get these fucking things and you chew on them.
Yeah.
If you're on gear, it'll fucking give you that fucking. I got lines here. Right there, but you got to see it in certain lights. But I got lines that go down both sides of my face. Actually, it doesn't go through the cheeks. It's just here and here. And it's just from chewing, because a lot of those chew muscles are in your head.
Yeah.
And if you're, if you're getting jacked and you're bald, your head shape, especially if you're on gear, your head shape's going to change. You look just more Neanderthal. you start getting these fucking,
You can get like that big beetle brow.
Yeah, and you move your head and all the shit. Your shit's fucking your fucking head meat's moving all the time. You know.
Head meat.
Yeah, muscles.
Oh, now I kind of want to write a novel called.
Got your head meat moving down there.
Head. Like head cheese. You can have your head meat and your head cheese.
Yeah. So you got to work all that out. Because if you're on gear, you try to work out everything. Yeah. Might as well.
So we got those, and they do seem to work some, you know.
Yeah. You kind of tighten up your jawline.
Yeah. Yeah, Mandy said that's what I need to up is my collagen. I'm 8 months postpartum, and I've lost 40 pounds, but the last 15 is taking forever.
How old is she?
I don't know.
Okay. A lot of it has to do with your age. There's certain things you can do at certain ages and other things you can't do at certain ages when it comes to fucking, how do I say, hormone replacement. You can do it at any age, but the younger you are, the more the risks.
Yeah.
Older you are, the more you can get away with it. Because the older you are, if you're post-menopausal, or if you're like post-androgenopause, which is like male menopause, is about 50. If you're after that time, you can do whatever the fuck you want if you know what you're doing. Because your body doesn't make very many hormones. So you can put a bunch of them in there.
We were talking about...
and your body's fully formed, so it's already... If you do this to teenagers, it can fuck them up, because they're not fully formed. Go ahead now, what were you saying?
Zach says, I like the smell of gasoline. I have no idea why. When we were talking about the smells, I kind of like the smell of gasoline too. Like, I don't love it, but I'm just kind of like, it's kind of one of those gross, awesome smells. Green Sparks says, talking about the incel dudes, or they're fat as hell slobs that all want Barbies. Well, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Those dudes are tripping.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, they look like that, but it's just kind of like, well, you have to be, like, super hot and perfect. Yeah. So, I'm just like, no. That's
I
not
gotta
how it
hand it
works,
to those
bro.
dudes. At least those guys aspire to something. The dudes that... Okay. I was just telling Sophie about this because we were talking about this fucking activist out in New York. They're showing videos of him. I saw the video of that guy fucking stabbing him to death in front of his girlfriend. And the pitiful fucking defense he put up for himself. I mean, that motherfucker, to die in front of your woman after some shit like that, fucking, that dude must have felt really bad. I mean, he couldn't even put up, that kid was only 18 and smaller than him by several inches. And that dude was not all that fucking built. And that dude was, the white guy was in a fucking silly ass fucking suit. They came back from some kind of wedding. And you see the security camera. Something happened. That guy came back to him. He must have said something. I don't know what happened. Came back to him and stabbed him. And the guy's just pushing him away. He's not fucking leaning into him and fucking trying to beat on a dude and take the knife away. And he turns around and runs and trips over a fucking bus bitch. That guy runs over there and just goes, bam, bam, hits him twice in the neck right in front of his girlfriend, kills him. And then she runs up, tries to talk sense to the guy, and that guy turned on her and he was getting ready to plunge that knife into her. And he stopped himself and spit in her face and then ran. They arrested him later on. He was only 18. Crazy.
Well, clearly.
He got pissed. But, anyway, I just see this shit that these dudes and this happened in New York, you know what I mean? When I lived in Boston, I always kind of had an image that dudes from New York could handle their business, that they were a little tough. I don't know what happened in New York recently.
Well, maybe they weren't from there.
I think, he was from Massachusetts. That dude was from Massachusetts. But, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. They're just hanging out outside and fucking looking like a target. And dude didn't ever prepare for defense for himself, much less his girlfriend. He's lucky that kid decided not to stab his girlfriend because he was already dead, couldn't defend her, And had that guy been a professional criminal, he would have killed that woman. That way she couldn't ID him. So when he got into the courtroom, they could confuse his identity and there'd maybe be some doubt whether or not that was the same guy, But he let her live. He's going to go to prison now. Had he killed her, he probably would have gotten away with it. Because the video camera's not, the video footage is not that good.
From that, right?
Right. So a professional criminal kills all witnesses. Because especially if you killed one, you might as well kill the other ones. You're not going to get any additional punishment for it.
I don't think he was really thinking things through.
Yeah, what's that?
I don't think he was really thinking things through at that
point. Well, he was only 18. But I just think it's fucking sad that these dudes don't think that anything bad can happen to them, so they don't even bother to fucking even take fucking junior high PE. So when bad shit happens, they can't do anything. They just get run through. It's just pitiful. And that's the way these, like, when you were talking about these, what do you call them? These fat guys that want the little skinny Barbies and shit. Yeah, they're just like that. At least they aspire to some shit. Oh, I should get a hot one. You're never gonna get one.
But they don't think they have to do anything.
Yeah, they're fucking crazy.
They think they can just sit there in their basement playing video games.
Yeah, they don't
and
know.
one will just fall out of the sky.
They don't understand the forces by which women operate. Women go out with guys who can do something for them. They have to be a move up. Okay? And it's usually status. But there's other factors too. Women tend to choose guys that are good looking, better than them. The better, if he looks better than her, that's going to get him in the door like that. It won't seal the deal, but it'll get him in the door. So, if this dude's he's a slug and he's trying to go for Barbie, he's fucking tripping. Unless he's a trillionaire or a billionaire. And then she's not into you for you. It's the money and the status. And if you don't have a good personality, but there's all kinds of stories of fucking paid escorts who lived with a dude for 20 years, and he was a billionaire, but he was like so obese he couldn't walk. And when she liked him, but when he died, she expected to get in the inheritance, and he wasn't there. So it's just funny, what these guys think. I don't understand it. Maybe. Usually, to get a girlfriend, first step is you got to be better looking than her. That's the best way. And then that's just getting you in the door. Then you have to go through all the other hoops. Because a lot of good looking dudes ain't shit. They open their mouths and then they don't know what to say, or they're running so many women that woman decides to reject him because she doesn't want to fight the whole fucking team of other women that are competing for him. Because if the guy is that good looking and he's that successful, he's got 5 or 10 of them competing for him. And he's going to get them all. He's not going to marry any of them. Why would he get married? Maybe when he's 40s or 50s, maybe.
Danny Rowling said, just saw the 1983 sci-fi alien flick Strange Invaders with Nancy Allen and Louise Fletcher, which was really good, especially the human-alien transformation scenes and the soul collecting scenes.
I don't remember that.
I don't think I've ever seen that. We should probably look that up.
What year was that?
83.
83.
83. There's a couple other movies I've been wanting to do, too. I want to do Alone in the Dark. Not the newer one, but the one with, I think Donald Pleasance is in it. I think that was also 83 or 82. And there was one other one that I wrote down that I wanted to do. Maybe it was House on Sorority Row. Yeah, I think I might want to do that one too. Then Danny Rowling says, Jenny, a Halloween book review of the 1976 book Space Vampires by Colin Wilson would make for a good book review. Yeah, that's the book that inspired the film Life Force.
Life Force, yeah.
Yeah, so actually I wouldn't mind reading that because I love that movie.
I saw the...
I could even do like a comparison.
I saw some of the
video.
conceptual art for Life Force before it was actually before they even filmed any of it, and the poster was fucking good, man. I would have gone and seen that shit. It was a drawing of a fucking outer space and a spaceship that was shaped like a fucking coffin or a cross. I don't remember.
Maybe it was a cross-shaped coffin.
Cross-shaped
yeah, I know. I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what the alien spaceships looked like. It's weird. That'd been cool. That's kind of like the Riddick. That second Riddick movie.
Was kind of like that, yeah.
Yeah, with the necromongers. Yeah.
Greenspark said, I argued with some douchebag the other day who said Margot Robbie was too old to play Barbie by 18 to 20 years, so she should have been, 13? Ew.
Yeah. Crazy.
I don't know how old Margot Robbie is, but she's not that old. She doesn't really look that old to me.
I like her. She's cute.
Yeah, I like her too.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Barbie, but yeah, I don't think she's... Well, it's a doll. It's like a fictional... Yeah. Why do people get so fucking bent out of shape about fucking fictional characters, man? Mm-hmm. I don't understand it.
Hollywood actresses aren't what they used to be. You remember when the fucking when movies were like the main medium, pre-internet. They had some pretty hot ones, but now it just doesn't. The Instagram girl
says she's 33.
Yeah, still
she's like
young.
A baby.
Yeah, it's still pretty young.
That could that be my kid? She could maybe be my kid. Wait, I can't math.
To guys in their 20s, women in their 30s seem old.
Yeah, I guess so.
I fucking listen to some of those red pill guys, the fucking passport bros and shit like that. Listen to them talking, and it's a mixture. Some of the guys don't know what they're talking about. Other guys know what they're talking about and kind of have a more correct response to what's going on in the dating scene. But one of the things that I've noticed that they tend to get wrong is that when a woman gets 30, they call it hitting the wall. That's all downhill after then. That their opportunities have now dried up. No, that's incorrect. Especially if she's hot and she's 30. No, she's got a lot of life left in her. Personally, if I was single, I would not fuck with a woman under 30. No way. They're just because when you're my age, women in their 20s doesn't matter how good looking they are, they're fucking dumb.
Well, that's young enough to be your daughter.
Yeah.
So that's
no, that doesn't mean a fucking thing. All right.
Yeah.
throughout the beginning of fucking time, you had dudes that had whole harems of fucking women, ranging from women in their 40s all the way down into their fucking teens who could have been young enough to be their granddaughters, and they're still knocking them up.
Yes, Tom, I know this.
Men just do that, you know. They don't care. It's just about power. If you can have 5,000 wives like Genghis Khan, you do it. So there is no moral things about age, really. Now, when you start talking about fucking young enough to get you in trouble, no, that's not fucking worth it. You know what I mean? And then they don't have anything to offer other than the children. They can give that. I don't even think the sex would be that good because they don't have very much experience. But some dudes are into that because they don't have experience themselves, so it's kind of like they're on the fucking same level. They don't feel intimidated by them, I guess.
Well, yeah, I think that's a large part of why dudes want to go out with like younger women, because they have status over them, they have power over them, and they're maybe on the same level, like you said, maturity level, too.
It's a mixture.
Yeah, well, yeah, I didn't say that was the only thing, but there's a lot of...
Yeah, and it also, you have to understand what you're talking about. Like some people, like I talked about Jason Statham the other day. Jason Statham, I think, is about my age. I think his wife is 21, 22, 23, around that age. Man, them fucking older women fucking just hating on him, you know. The thing is, though, is you look at her, man, and she's cute. He doesn't need anything from a woman in terms of, like, he doesn't need a woman that works. He's got money. He doesn't need a woman that has a profession, because that just means that she would be gone all the time. So she's just a companion, a friend, you know what I mean? And she's probably, you know, nice to him, and she's fun, and she's pretty. That's really, when a guy is all set, that's all he needs. She just needs to be nice and pretty and have fun and to get along. And that's not wrong.
No.
You know? And she's young enough to where she could have his kid, he can die, and she gets all his shit, and she'd be young enough to even remarry still. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that works out. Works out for the woman. And she's under the protection of a guy who's got a lot of money and status, you know, other women gunning for him, and he chose her. So she feels lucky about it. And then they would want to attack that girl, even though they would have done it. Those women attacking that, you know, she doesn't know what she's doing. Yeah, she doesn't know what she's doing. That's what you're saying. Yeah, she knows exactly what she's doing. If you were in that same shoes at any age, you would know what you were doing, and you'd do it too. So, you know, women just like to hate. Hating on younger women. Now, there are some guys that you're talking about just straight up pedos, you know.
Well, yeah, that's who I was talking about.
Yeah, just, you know, he's 50 and he likes 8-year-olds, 6-year-olds and shit. There's some mental fucking problems there, you know.
Well, obviously.
And, you know, that's, he's comfortable with that. Well, if he's, I don't know why, you know. And some of those dudes that are like that are also married, so I don't know what the fucking deal is. I'm sure it's been studied. Psychologists have studied, but it's probably some kind of inadequacy issue.
Oh, I'm sure that's part of it.
Yeah. The feeling of that they were in total control probably is part of it.
Well, I think that's a major factor.
Yeah.
Because those kind of dudes that are into like real young girls like that, they get off on having total control over a person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're young enough to be malleable.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I've read some criminal psychology stuff and read some books about it, and that kind of stuff is mentioned. And they say that most of those guys don't harm the kids. They actually do love them, but there's fucking issues.
Well,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? Some of them are like, you know, power tripping, though.
Yeah.
Other ones, they just think, you know, it's like the dude is mentally regressed. He regresses back to a child when he's with that child. That's another thing that they said that they do. In other words, you know what I mean? Like he's pretending like he's 8.
Right.
You know, so either way,
Let's
that's all.
build a pillow fort.
Yeah, exactly.
Although you can do that as an adult.
Right, but they're like sex is involved.
Right. That's
But you know,
that's where the issue arises.
Yeah, so it's weird, you know, that's just some kind of sexual orientation built on some kind of mental problem. Now, what's the weird thing though is that was that going on with Michael Jackson?
We've never done a show about Michael Jackson.
We need to do a show
I think
about Michael
Zach
Jackson.
asked us to do one. I'm not sure where I stand on that.
Oh man, I'd say by all accounts, all the evidence is there to say that fucking Michael Jackson was in fucking a pedo. We was using pedo.
I mean,
But
I
there's some shit that-
lean toward that end
Yeah.
also.
Yeah, there's some suspicious shit.
I mean, I wasn't there.
But here's the thing: there's a couple things that are in his favor. The people that accused him evidently had a fucking history of accusing people, and that seems that really did look like a setup. That one kid, what was his name? Corey Hames, the guy that was that
Corey
actor.
Haim. Well, no, Corey Feldman.
Was it Corey Feldman? Is that the one? He'd been molested by some directors and shit like that when he was a kid.
Yeah, I thought. Well, Corey Haim
Producers.
is dead.
Yeah, I think the dude is dead.
Oh, okay.
It's one of the two. One of those Corey guys.
One of the Corey.
Said, he was friends with Michael Jackson, and he said no, Michael Jackson wasn't like that.
Yeah,
And
see, that's what I mean. I'm not real sure because it's
Yeah.
like there's, yeah, like the way he behaves seems creepy, but then, like the way he grew up
Was a little weird.
was
yeah.
weird, and it's like just the fame that he got like from a kid was weird, and
Yeah.
it's just like so you can kind of understand where he was coming from. So maybe, maybe all the weird shit he was doing was kind of innocent, but it just
Yeah.
looked fucked up to us
Yeah.
because that's how it usually.
I think it was.
goes.
You guys go correct me. Somebody there knows. Was it Corey Hayes or Corey Feldman that knew it? That was friends with him.
I thought it was Corey Feldman.
Was it
And
Corey
Corey
Feldman?
Feldman
Okay.
is still alive.
Okay,
Corey
that's
Haim
Corey,
died
yeah.
though.
Corey Feldman vouched for him. Said he went over there all the time and hung out with. And he was a little boy during that time, and hung out there with other little boys and shit. He said that Michael Jackson was not like that. That he was. He thought, from what I recall, Corey thought that Jackson liked to regress himself to a boy-like state of mind,
Yeah.
so he could live out childhood.
Yeah, he seemed very much to have like a Peter Pan thing.
Like a Peter
going
Pan
on.
thing. He wanted to become a child again.
Right.
And the evidence kind of shows that he wanted to be a white child. That's what he got. All the little statues are all these little white Peter Pan boys. And he did look, I mean, the surgeries that he did to himself, man, come on. He was transracial. He was becoming white. He would put on white makeup. He was, whiter than a Caucasian, And he evidently modeled his face after. We got to do a show on him, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Maybe I should put that in the poll next week.
Because I was growing up during this shit and when it was going on, it was a
And I
trip
think it would be
to-
good because it's like I don't have a dog in that fight, and it's
Yeah.
like I don't really know what went on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he seemed like a pedo, but maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe we're projecting shit onto him. I don't
Yeah.
really know.
Might be our problem. But what I was
Well,
saying,
I mean, to be
maybe
fair to
looking at
us,
the dude the wrong way.
99.9% of
Or
dudes that
would
do
be.
that are
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, if I was a prosecutor, I'd be trying to charge that dude.
Sure.
All right?
Because, like-
it's all there.
Yeah. 9 times out of 10,
Yeah.
that's what's going on.
Right. There's a good video on it by a guy who his name is Razor Fist on YouTube. He did a great show on. He's a heavy metal guy. He does music reviews, political commentary, and everything. Most of it heavy metal. But he was a Michael Jackson fan, and he did a whole show on the Michael Jackson case. And he went to the bathroom and says, "No, it wasn't." And he shoots holes in the basic media's story of it. The people that accused him had accused other people before, and it was money related. He thought that it was a setup, that they set Michael Jackson up, a family trying to make money off of it.
Which is entirely possible.
Yeah.
Especially, with the reputation that he had for
Yeah.
the weird shit that he would do.
And according to Razor Fist, and this may be true, I left California when I was a kid in '81. He said in the California area around Hollywood is an entire subculture of parents trying to basically pimp their kids out to people in Hollywood so they can sue them. That's like a thing. So it doesn't. I don't doubt it. I mean, shit. Weirder shit has happened, like Catholic schoolgirls being pimped out to local cops and politicians, and the nun finds out and gonna go rat, and they fucking killed her.
Well, that was the Kathy Sesnick case.
Kathy Sesnick case, so
They did a whole
sounds-
mini-series of that.
Sounds like something out of a fucking movie.
I wrote about that case,
but
too.
that happened.
Because they haven't solved it.
Yeah, that happened. That part of the Catholic Church, that Catholic school, it was a Catholic school, wasn't it?
Yes.
Catholic school for girls. They were pimping out some of those girls to the cops and local politicians. And it was like a school that...
I mean, allegedly.
No,
Just
there were
running
girls
in
who
trouble.
said that did happen to them.
Well, yeah, I know. But I'm just saying that it's like, Greenspark
Not
said
all
about,
of them, just some of them. It was girls that would get in trouble. They'd put them in detention and shit. And they'd fucking fuck their minds up. And they'd take them out, fucking hand them over to the cops, a certain cop, and cop would rape them. And then they'd take them to... Politicians would pay. Local politicians. And it was like... It wasn't governors, but shit like mayors and stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that. It's been a long time since I've seen that.
Yeah,
but,
right, yeah.
I mean...
Tacky shit. And
dudes
the
are the
nuns were
worst.
involved.
Dudes are the worst.
Yeah. Nuns being all lesbo and shit.
I'd be a lesbian too.
If you were a nun?
Because dudes are the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look at it was like, the fact that they had enough customers. Hey, we got all these Catholic schoolgirls that are all kind of like having all these mental issues. Let's pimp them out. And
Yeah.
like all of these cops and people who should know better. Oh, absolutely. I'm going to line up for that. Here, take my money.
Well, it was unclear.
I'm like, you are also...
It was unclear how many cops.
Yeah, I don't know how many cops it was. I don't remember. Like I said, it's
Wasn't
been
the
a
whole
long time.
force.
No. But it was more than one.
Yeah.
Greenspark says about Michael Jackson, I think he kind of also wanted to become Diana Ross.
Yeah, that's what I was going to...
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
not
yeah.
Diana Ross. Who was the one? He had his face modeled after his friend, his white girl, actress.
Oh, what's her face?
What was her name?
Yeah.
Black hair.
Elizabeth Taylor.
Elizabeth Taylor.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he wanted to look like Elizabeth Taylor. He was friends with Elizabeth Taylor when she was old.
Well, they didn't get that right, but okay.
Evidently, he was trying to get his nose to be like Elizabeth Taylor. He wanted to look like Elizabeth Taylor's transgender son or something, I guess. I don't know. And the doctor told him that wasn't possible, that the nose he wanted wasn't possible. But he told him to do it anyway. And that shit came out botched. So then he covered his face for a long time. He didn't want anybody to see what his new nose looked like. Because he already had it worked on 2 or 3 times. So I don't know what his nose looked like.
I'll keep my nose, thanks.
He had that down. He wore a surgical mask all the time.
It kind of looked like a skull nose for a while. They just kept shaving
More and more
bits off of it.
Yeah. And he actually looked good had he stopped right around the Thriller time. He looked good right then. I would have just stopped. Then he kept going.
He just kept on going.
Yeah.
Well, it was just kind of like...
When he was on the cover of the Bad album, he looked a little weird. That nose didn't
But
fit
still...
him. Still, it was human nose.
Yeah, still like human looking.
Yeah, he looked like...
But as it went on, he started looking
and then it
more
got
and more
worse,
like an
right.
alien.
Yeah.
Yeah, Daniel like said Skeletor nose. Yeah, he started looking like a skull face. Which,
Yeah.
not great. And just like... You can't just keep like shaving parts off. It's like they can't put it back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, evidently-
maybe they can nowadays, but...
The rumor that I had heard is that the doctors told him that, look, that what you're asking for, it can't be done. That's it. That nose is finished. You can't cut any more off that. He told him
And
to
he
do
was
it
like,
anyway.
no, keep doing it.
You keep throwing a bunch of money at a doctor. Eventually, he's like, yeah, you're
And I mean, well, and
you're
the
gonna
doctor
sign
is-
this waiver, that kind of shit.
Well, yeah, I mean, if I was a doctor and I had told them, like,
Yeah.
look, in good conscience, I don't feel like I can do this. I've told you it's going to look fucked up. I'm telling you this right now. And he just says, we'll do it anyway. I'm going to give you $5 million.
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay, but I've already told you, so you can't fucking sue me. You got to sign all this other shit.
Yeah. Now, he bought children, too. That's another creepy thing.
Yeah.
He said that was with some kind of surrogate mother that he had 2 of them. One of them's name was Blanket. I think.
Blanket. What was the other one's
I
name?
don't remember Blanket. Name the kid Blanket. That's some fucked up shit. He's crazy. All right. But when you look at those kids, man.
It's cute when they're a baby.
Yeah.
That's a cute baby name.
Yeah.
Or like a baby nickname.
Yeah.
But like when you're an adult, hi, I'm Blanket.
Yeah. And then you look.
What now?
Yeah. And I saw photographs of the surrogate mom, and white girl,
Yeah.
looked like from fucking Switzerland or some shit. Those babies came out and they looked like they were from fucking Sweden. All right. And I'm going like, hell no. Hell no, there's not an ounce of Michael Jackson in those babies. Not an ounce.
Well, yeah, he probably just
It's just not possible. Yeah, he bought them. There's no way.
He probably just said, I'm not, you know, he either hired a girl that was already pregnant or said to somebody, hey, if you're going to get pregnant and you don't want the kid, like you want to put him out for adoption, I'm willing to pay X amount of money to purchase the child. Which happens a lot.
Yeah.
You know? It's kind of fucked up, but it happens a lot. Remember when him and Lisa Marie Presley got married for a minute?
Yeah.
And remember how everybody was like
interviews with her.
Weirded out about it? And then like, what awards show was that? It was like MTV Video Music Award. I don't remember what award show it was.
They were making fun of him. Like
but then like they're like, oh, we really did get married. It's not like, and then they kissed on the show, and everybody's like, ooh, now we're really sure that it's not, because it was just like so awkward.
Yeah.
Like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I'm like, now everybody's really thinks that it's like not real.
It looked fake as shit.
It did.
It was. I think according to the interviews that I remember seeing, I think Lisa Marie thought that he was really interested in her. And I also think that he had promised to help her recording.
Yeah, probably, I'd imagine.
But that didn't happen.
No.
Okay. And then as soon as the fucking PR thing was over, he just kind of vanished.
Yeah.
He used her, I think. He just used her.
It did kind of seem like that.
Yeah, he used her to deflect away from the fucking pedo charges.
Yeah, it's like, look, I'm totally heterosexual.
Straight. Yeah. Man, they looked like two uncomfortable lesbians up there, actually. To see those two together. It looked like uncomfortable lesbians.
Or it looked like, to me, it almost looked like a brother and sister.
Yeah.
Kissing.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it reminded me of. And I was like, ooh, like two family members. It was so gross.
Yeah.
And not that either one of them is physically gross. It's just the vibe between them was really gross. It was really uncomfortable. But, yeah, and I still remember that, too. I don't even remember, but that was a long time ago. Was that back in the fucking 90s or some shit?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe the 90s.
It was back when Lisa Marie was still cute. She still looked young, too.
I think she did. Didn't she, like, put one album out or something?
She put out several albums. They all bombed.
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
I kind of felt bad for her, though.
Yeah, it never works to where, you know, your dad was a famous singer, so you're going to automatically have fans. It doesn't work that way. You got to come up through a club scene and tour and be a nobody. And
well, you got to kind of make your own way,
yeah,
I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, that shit didn't even work for fucking the sons of the dudes that were in the Beatles, you know.
See, and that's the thing. I kind of feel like that's really a double-edged sword because
you're always going to be compared.
Well, on the one hand, you have you know, you have an automatic in because, you know, your mom or your dad or whoever was like super famous. So it's like you have all these connections that you can use that a normal person wouldn't have. So you might be able to like bypass some stuff that just some regular, you know, plebe would have to go through. But then on the other hand, everybody's going to know who your famous parent is. And one, they're going to compare you. Oh, it's not as good. And also people are going to accuse you of just using or like riding on their coattails.
Somebody said Joe Jackson was packing a Mac 10. You talking about Joe Jackson, the guy who did, what was it, Step It Out?
I love that song.
Wasn't that Joe Jackson?
Yeah, I think that was Joe Jackson. Yeah.
That might be the guy.
I actually love that song.
He's running around with a Mac 10.
I mean, he did more songs than that, but that's the one I remember the best.
I had a Mac 10 too. I had an Ingram Mac 10. They took it from me though. The MPs took it from me. It's some bullshit. Fucking spread eagle. I had it on a motorcycle in a tank bag coming through the main gate at Fort Campbell.
Well.
And they said they took it from me. They said you can't have that. That's operating fucking vehicle. That's operating a vehicle fucking within arm's reach of a weapon. And I said it's inside here. I can't take it out of this bag. You know. They took it from me, but then the cops were like, "No, okay, we're not gonna charge you. Just have tell your battalion commander. We need a letter from your battalion commander, fucking, so you can get it back." And I said, "Oh fuck no," because fucking they would have given me an article. The commander would have given me an Article 15 because he was just an asshole. So I let him keep it. I didn't pay much for it in those days. I think maybe $350. But I should have. Man, I wish I still had it. It was a semi-auto fucking Ingram Mac 10. One of the old ones. It looked like a damn box. It wasn't a Cobra. And it was 9mm though. It wasn't the 45. Wish I still had it though. It'd be worth a lot of money.
Danny Rolling said, no, Joe Jackson, the father of Michael Jackson.
Oh, okay.
And then he said, as if he penetrated that broad, let alone any female. Some say his dad had Michael's ball bag snipped off to keep his voice sounding youthful, but who knows?
I don't believe it.
I've heard that rumor too, but I don't
believe it.
I mean, weirder things have happened, but you'd need some extraordinary evidence to come up with.
There'd be easier ways to do that.
Sure.
They had testosterone blockers that could do that.
Yeah.
They were just a hormone blocker.
Yeah.
But it has bad side effects if you take them young. It's bad side effects, period. You don't want to be a man and have real low testosterone. When it starts going down to as low as a girl or something, you'll have all kinds of fucking problems like osteoporosis and shit.
Yeah, Ben says castrati.
Yeah, you also get real fat. Lower your testosterone, the fatter you're going to get. And then the fatter you get, the lower the testosterone you produce. So it's like an endless circle. That's why I was making fun of these dudes up at the bar. They're just a little ball of fucking estrogen. Little fat boys, not a fucking ounce of testosterone. And them scraggly little beards and shit. Motherfucker's pushing 40. But he looks like, he sounds like a little kid, and he kind of looks like a 20-year-old. It's like puberty didn't happen right. It's weird, man. I don't know what. They're not from here. They're not. The ones that I'm talking about the other day, me and White Girl Whisperer saw them at the bar. You know where Throwbacks, across the street from Throwbacks, there's a bar over there.
Okay.
You seen that?
Probably. I've walked around down there a lot.
It's a microbrewery. It looks like a place for some fucking...
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
It looks like some, I don't know, some hippie, crunchy granola people.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but I know what you're talking about.
We went in there, it's like... It attracts a lot of people that would be, I would call them kind of like northern types. I'm going to call them Yankees. It might fucking make people uncomfortable. But they move here.
You sound like my granddad.
Yankees. Yeah, it's just, you should have heard my fucking grandmother talk about Yankees.
Yeah, my grandfather used to.
My dad
back in the 80s.
My dad hated them too. But this is Mississippi shit here, man. I'll go fucking deep Delta fucking Mississippi on your asses. I'll bring back the whole war and everything. But we went in there. White Girl Whisperer fucking... Jenny's gonna meet him. He's stopping by at night.
We'll see if he comes out tonight.
We'll see. Don't let him whisper too much. You can let him whisper a little bit, but don't fucking let him whisper too much.
I'm not going anywhere.
Next thing you know,
I don't fall for that.
He's gonna try to fucking make a trade or something. Nah, I'm just.
That's what you said. You said you were like.
Nah.
That shit doesn't work on me.
No. I'm just fucking around.
None of that shit works on me.
The name Lloyd. Lloyd's actually...
Because I don't care what people say, and I don't listen to them anyways.
Lloyd's Jamaican-American. His parents are from Jamaica. They own a Jamaican restaurant over there near the mall, up the street from. It's not the one you thought it was.
Okay, so it's a different one.
There's two down there.
Oh, okay. That was just the one I thought of, because that's
the
one
one
I pass all the time.
That's that one, but there's another one. Not even a mile away. There's another one.
All right.
This dude's fucking... He's physically gifted. I mean, he's... I think he's 36. He's about 5'9", probably about 200 pounds. Maybe 10-15% body fat. Nah, probably about 10 to 12% body fat. And fucking, you look at him, man. He looks like he's on gear. He looks like he's working out. That dude has not touched a weight in his life. Just fucking, I was just, man, fucking, I can't believe, because yeah, it's all just genetic. Anyway, we walk in there and fucking, we're looking at these dudes and we're just like, oh. They don't come from here. They move here from up north. I guess the economy's driving them out of there, or they move here for something.
The weather usually.
The weather eventually drives them out, though. I think they can't stand the heat.
Well, I can't blame them, because I was born here and I also can't stand the heat. It's awful.
Yeah. They never really they never become Southern, I guess you could say. They always seem like they're tourists. They never really adapt. Now, their kids probably do if they have kids, but I haven't really... I don't know any kids from people up north that have here. Do you?
Well, everybody I know is from somewhere else.
Somewhere else, right.
I'm one of the very few people that was born in this state.
I'm not from here either.
Yeah.
But, you know...
It's honestly, it's pretty rare. When I was in high school, I knew one girl that was born here. She was born in Gainesville, like Tom Petty.
I'm from a Southern family, though, based out of Mississippi.
I'm from Daytona.
My dad was from Mississippi, and my mother was from Virginia. So, but a lot of the people that move here are also Southern, too. But Mississippi is actually a lot like the Florida Panhandle. There's no difference between the Panhandle, Mississippi, and Alabama.
Alabama, yeah.
It's the same.
Well, the Panhandle, we just call it Alabama South.
Yeah. There are 3 Floridas. The Panhandle, Central, which is the Orlando area.
That's where we are.
Yeah, this is like Party Central, really. And then there's the Miami area, the South Florida, and that's North Cuba, basically.
Other than like Key West, which is kind of like New Orleans, but not quite.
Right.
You know?
It's got all that pirate stuff going on it.
Yeah, it's like pirate. Well, I guess New Orleans has pirate shit too.
Yeah, New Orleans is a pirate.
Yeah, that's what
cove.
But I mean, well, honestly, that's why Tampa and all that kind of stuff. Well, Tampa has Gasparilla. That's like the pirate festival.
Yeah.
They have big parades and all this kind of shit. So it's like Mardi Gras, but pirate.
Yeah.
They have that every year. I don't remember when it is though. I don't think I ever went. Yeah, Jeff Yart said South Florida, where I live. Tom speaks the truth, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't been down there much. I've been to Fort Lauderdale a couple times. I've been to Miami a couple times. Still have never been to the Everglades, although I would love to go. And I've never been to Key West. I kind of feel like I should because I probably would really dig it. But
even in this area here, we have New Yorkers. Like when I go down to the fucking Oasis, the biker bar, they got guys from a
lot of people retire here.
They retire,
like I said, because it's hot.
They're old.
Because it's hot.
Yeah, they're old though. They got people from New York. They even had some guys from Canada come here. They're old. They're retired. Tell you, man, those bikers come in there like those warlocks. They come in there and treat them like shit, man. It's fucking funny. Some of the funny shit I've seen. They had about 6 of them walk in there, and one of them pointed at one of the Yankees and he says, "So y'all better stay off that fucking jukebox while we're in here. I don't want to hear any of that goddamn..." What was it? He didn't want... Told him not to play it. He said, "Better not be playing that fucking Neil Young and that Bruce Springsteen up in here. All right. We listen to the Eagles." That kind of shit.
It's all the same to me, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's like it's hilarious to me that these old farts are still like arguing about that crap.
No, the Warlocks weren't old. The Warlocks weren't old. They were 40s. But they were saying that to the fucking
I don't mean old in age. I mean old in attitude.
Yeah.
Is what I meant.
They were bullying them.
Because, they're younger than me, but it's just... I'm like, don't tell me what to do with my fucking jukebox. I was here before you, bitch.
No, you want to hear... Oh, you don't want to tell them that. They're fucking...
I'll play whatever the fuck I want.
It's my throw you out.
Just saying.
Yeah.
High Desert says, I've never been to Florida. You're not really missing much, to be honest with you. Mandy said, lived in Pompano Beach. Yeah, I've been there as well. Hollywood, Fort Lauderdale. Now I'm in West Palm. So she's in Florida too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't been to South Florida a lot, like I said. I've been everywhere in Central Florida. Because, like I said, I grew up in Daytona. Lived in Tampa, Clearwater area for a little while. And then last 15 years been in the Central Florida. Been in Orlando, Oviedo, Winter Park, that kind of area. And now we're in Eustis, Eustis is like... It's kind of rural. It's like all farms and stuff. But it's about 18 miles from downtown Sanford and about 28 miles from downtown Orlando.
Yeah.
So it's like an easy drive. So you can go out if you want to, but it's still like kind of out here with all farms and shit.
Yeah. Central Florida's nice. I like Central Florida. It's good. I've lived all over the South. I've lived in fucking Massachusetts. I've lived in California. I lived in Brazil, Egypt. Lived all over. And I like Central Florida. It's one of the best places in the South.
Well, it kind of has something for everybody.
It's got something for everybody, yeah.
Like, it is, like, Central Florida, it's got rednecky shit. I mean, I grew up in Daytona, and that's a lot more rednecky and kind of trashy, like white trash. But there's a lot of that in Orlando, too, but then there's, like, millions of other...
Yeah.
There's kind of, like I said, something for everybody.
People forget about the British influence, though, too.
There's also a lot of British people that live here.
Yeah, this Central Florida was a British colony, I believe, for a while. There's British colonial houses that are hundreds of years old here. Because I guess they were just colonizing and stuff, making towns. It wasn't downtown. What you call it? Wasn't that British?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. What's?
I don't know what you're talking about.
We went to that fucking British restaurant down there. What's the name of that place?
Yeah, Mount Dora.
Mount Dora. I think Mount Dora was originally British.
Oh, maybe I'd have to look that up.
Yeah.
I'd have to look that up.
There's a British restaurant there owned by British people.
Yeah, we got video of that lady.
Yeah, England and Spain and France.
Well, like I said, a
We're all
ton
fighting
of
over
British
this.
tourists come. Like British
Yeah.
tourists love fucking Florida, man.
Yeah.
They come and go to all the theme parks. They're here for like 2 weeks, and
Yeah.
they have a fucking great time.
The original Floridians, though, are the Cubans. It's like Cubans and the people in the Panhandle, and Seminole Indians, who were a mixture of a bunch of different people. They ended up a lot of men are just becoming Americans. The other ones got forced out to the reservation Indian territory way back in the day, and they didn't want to go because they didn't want to live next to the Crow. The Crow Indians and the Seminoles hated each other.
Yeah, they didn't get along.
And they were just like, no, that's where you got to go. And they eventually went down there, but the Crow and the Seminole hated each other.
Hey, Mandy knows that British restaurant, Meat Market or something. Yeah, it's called the Magical Meat Boutique.
Magical Meat Boutique.
Magical Meat Boutique. That's what it's
They
called.
got great fish and chips.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Met the owner.
Yeah. Yeah, they were
Little
really
British
nice.
chick fucking screaming at me.
Yeah.
She was nice. Yeah. Tattoos on her and stuff.
Yeah, Mount Dora is cool. It's like it's not big, but it's just like Mount Dora. I kind of feel like that's known for. Feel like it's known for antique shops. Like a lot of people go here and go to like antiquing over there. But there's all. Oh my god!
Don't talk about me.
Don't talk about me. I didn't even know she was back there the whole time.
Sleeping, yeah.
She's been back there sleeping in a chair the whole time. I didn't even see her go over there.
Well, just what time it is.
I know.
Gotta shut it down.
I know. Well, hold on.
Okay.
Zach says, what are some cool things to see in Florida that most people don't know of? Honestly, I kind of feel like... I don't know. I kind of like a lot of the... I don't know if I want the more nature kind of stuff. I like all the kind of, like, springs. There's a lot of kind of springs in Central Florida, and a lot of people don't go to those. Like Alexander Springs and Blue Springs and... I guess Silver Springs, most people know about that. But there's like other ones, like in Central Florida in the Ocala National Forest and stuff, that are actually really cool. And you can camp there, and there's alligators, and it's pretty cool. Like Blue Springs is kind of more crowded, like more people know about it. And the spring itself is actually like where you swim and stuff. They've actually kind of, sort of cemented it in to try to keep the alligators from coming in there and eating people. But Blue Springs does have an excellent pancake restaurant. Like, you go in there, and there's lines out the fucking door, like, all the time. You go in there, and they make pancakes, like, on the griddle, like, in front of you. And it's like, oh, and they're really, really good. So I like all of that kind of stuff. I like alligator farms. There's one in St. Augustine that's really cool. St. Augustine itself is a really cool place. I guess a lot of tourists go there, but if you just come to Orlando, like a lot of people just go to the theme parks, and because there's so much fun stuff to do in Orlando. You know, there's restaurants and nightclubs and theme parks and all kind of stuff
Strip
like
clubs.
that. Strip clubs, yeah. Like all that kind of stuff. So you could easily spend 2 weeks, a 2-week vacation in Orlando and never run out of shit to do, because there's tons of shit to do.
Yeah.
Because it's very tourist oriented.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I kind of like smaller stuff, like I said, like St. Augustine, because it's like historical and shit.
I've heard
like
some
that.
people griping who come here. Evidently, they've come here for tourists, and they go, "Oh man, that whole area is just one big tourist trap. It's all tourists." No, so you're saying, like, everywhere you go, you drive around, and it you can see that Disney did this and that. Like, no, Central Florida looks like a theme park, like the freeways do.
It does.
Everything on the side of the roads. That's the way the whole thing looks like that. But some people think that Disney had something to do with that. It doesn't. But it's not a tourist trap. Well, most people that live here don't hardly ever see any of that stuff. That's expensive. To go to fucking, what is it? It's going to cost you a couple $100 a person per day to go to Disney. I mean,
Yeah. Well, why?
I've only been like 2 or 3 times.
I mean, it's cheaper for Florida residents
Yeah.
because they usually give you a deal. But But yeah,
we don't really care about it that much. It was more like
I mean,
conventions.
I like it.
We
I
really
like
go to conventions and fucking.
But there, yeah, like we have
Spooky
Empire comes here every year. Like it's a big horror convention.
All kinds
We
of
have
adult film conventions. Fucking, we're getting invited to those.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eroticon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might
Exoticon.
Have to,
That's Exoticon.
We might have to.
Yeah,
do
Bill
that.
invited us. I don't know, man.
Joseph says, did you ever visit NASA? I did when I was a kid. I went to Cape Canaveral, and we used to go every time there was a shuttle launch, like back in the 80s. We used to go, and I've been like all through the building and did the tour and all of that.
We gotta go.
All right. Yeah, we gotta go because
White Girl Whisperer.
White Girl.
They're at 9:30.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think all you have to do is tighten my corset, and I think it'll be
here
fine.
we go.
All right. So we're gonna wrap it up because we gotta go out and I gotta meet the White Girl Whisperer. So we're gonna see how this goes. Hopefully it'll be a fun night tonight. I've only had one drink so far, so I'm gonna try and like keep it down because we spent a lot last week. So you know what I mean. But yeah, so we will be back on Monday. I'm pretty sure I already know what movie we're gonna talk about, but I'm not gonna spoil it. But it's a classic, like from the 70s, right? Yeah. So we're gonna be talking about that. So hopefully you guys can join us for that. Thanks for hanging out with us this Friday evening. And we'll see you guys again on Monday night. Good night.